What's going on, guys? It's your boy Slay with another video. YouTube, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today, we're reviewing some gameplay from today after the changes to matchmaking in the open mosh pit game type on Call of Duty Black Ops 7. So, as you can see, I got my stream up from earlier. We're just going to go around and talk about it a little bit. I'll go through the video and talk about it for a little bit. I do apologize. I didn't record the screen, so I'm not doing a voiceover this time, which probably works out actually because last time I did a voiceover, I feel like the audio on OBS was not as good as it was, or disregard. The audio on my software that I edit videos with, it was not as good as it is on OBS. So this will sound a lot better anyway. But anyways, as we go through this, we'll talk about it a little bit. So the first thing I noticed with the new matchmaking system, just like old Call of Duty, fast games, fast matchmaking times. My ping stayed around 30, 35, which is pretty high in my opinion. I mean, I'm in Mississippi and I'm probably pinging off Texas, so I guess it's not too bad. I'm not like super close to a server, so I mean that probably is why my ping's staying around 30 millisecond ping, but it was smoother. It was way smoother than um previously with the SBMM. The gameplay was easier and more fun to play. I felt like I was playing multiplayer on Call of Duty, um, and it made me have a more fun time. I didn't feel like brain rot, so I had a good experience. The the game itself, first match when I hopped in the lobby, I had multiple different ranks. It wasn't just all sweats. I mean, I had a couple, but that's to be expected. You should have, a couple really good players, a couple really bad players, a couple in between. And the lobby's supposed to even them out and even teams out based on skill. So overall, it was a good experience. The great thing about this was on my second match, I didn't have, I didn't feel like I was being nerfed or I was being manipulated to have my gun play differently or me play differently. My connection wasn't higher than the first game. It was consistent. So I mean, even in my first game, I didn't play that good. I mean, I played pretty bad. I mean, this is the first game we're down 112 to 11. Granted, none of my teammates want to get on the hill, but um, it was it was still an enjoyable experience. Um, with all that being said, I think that for whatever reason, Call of Duty did this. Whether that's because Battlefield 6 coming out and they noticed the numbers on Steam and PlayStation Network of the pre-orders are way down. I mean, guys, they aren't holding over no more than 90,000 people playing this game, the beta. Battlefield 6 had well over 440,000 more players on their beta than Black Ops 7's had since it came out. Um, and I think Activision and Treyarch are starting to notice that. Now, the only downfall of them doing this to just a game mosh pit all by itself is I have a feeling the people that don't keep track of this kind of stuff, that don't follow up on current events when it comes to Call of Duty, they aren't going to know about SBMM. I mean, some players are getting on here, they're not going to know what that is. So they may get on here and just see open mosh pit and click it, or they might see closed mosh pit and click it, but it's going to skew the numbers or the data as Call of Duty likes to talk about, and it might make the outcome different than what it should be, which scares me a little bit because if they would have just put this as the default matchmaking system, we wouldn't have had this problem. So at the end of the day, I think most people that play Call of Duty and that have played Call of Duty for as long as I have, um, want the public matchmaking to be default no SBMM, based on ping, and just let us play the game. There's really no reason for us to do this whole SBMM thing because what happens is when you do SBMM, I get on a server, I stomp the entire lobby. They find me a new server with new people on it that's really far away, and my ping goes to the roof. My experience goes to shit. It's just a bad experience. I've played games on Call of Duty before. My ping's fucking 165, 170, sometimes as high as 245, and it's just unplayable. And or you play that one really good game, and then all of a sudden you get in the next match, and it's like unplayable. You're just playing against these guys that are just stomping the shit out of you. Um, which, as I said in my last video, I don't mind losing. It doesn't matter to me. Losing is not the problem. I just want a good connection. I want a good experience. I don't want brain rot where it's just because I'm decent at the game that all I get is sweats. In addition to that, I want to play with my boys that don't grind the game like I do and have them have a good experience while they're playing with me. So it's not going to be terrible for them as well. But I don't want my fellow Call of Duty brethren and friends to have a bad experience because they're happen to be playing with Slayer, and Slayer's matchmaking is harder to play than their matchmaking, and then they end up hating their time playing Call of Duty because they're in a lobby with me. That shouldn't isn't how it should be. If we're playing public matches, it should just be what it is. We go in based on our ping, we play the match. It's divvied up team wise based on skill or whatever it is, and we're done. Guys, I queued up so quick on a match that I literally could not believe it because I was in my weapons. I didn't even get to see who was in the lobby. That's how quick it queued up. Like it went back from after the first match. It like went back to the lobby, loaded a match, and put us in the match. Like there was no time in between. It's crazy. Like the fastest I've ever seen him do that, which blew my mind. Like straight up blew my mind. So, in fact, I think you're probably gonna see it on here right now. Um, let's see if it pulls it up. This may not be the time I'm talking about. I don't think this is the time I'm talking about. But yeah, it queued up so quick on there and it really surprised me. I even said it on stream. I was like, holy crap. That was the fastest I've ever seen on Call of Duty for a very long time, finding a match that quickly. So I think Call of Duty's doing something right with that. And I hope they keep it. And I hope they do it for the default matchmaking. When you play a ranked lobby, you expect to get some sort of matchmaking done based on rank and skill level because it's ranked. When you're playing pubs, you should just go in there and play. Whatever it is, it is. Whoever's in the lobby is in the lobby. It shouldn't matter. Um, but there's been a lot of videos made about this. A lot of top streamers talking about this. A lot of top gamers talking about this. And I just want you guys to hear from a normal dude at the bottom that just plays Call of Duty to play Call of Duty, and truly enjoys the game. So we're not, hearing it from everybody just went to COD Next because I didn't go to COD Next. I'm not that famous. All right, not famous at all actually. I'm just a normal dude who plays video games. So I think the game's going back in the right direction. Whether it's authentically done or not, or if they're just trying to grab people back to pre-order it now because oh my god, no SPMM. Maybe they'll pre-order it more now. I hope that's not the case. I still wouldn't pre-order the game. I would wait to see what they do with the lobbies when the game actually releases. Before you go and spend money on the game, um, I would just wait. I'm not going to spend no fucking money on the game. I already got Battlefield 6 pre-ordered. I'm playing that on the 10th off rip. So I won't have time for Call of Duty off rip anyway. But I think that, for whatever their intentions may be, we're being forced in the right direction. And you know how Activision is. Anytime their money gets, hindered, they're gonna do things to make it better so money comes back their way. And I think they're realizing they're losing a lot of money. They're losing a lot of opportunities with their players. A lot of top players, a lot of like well-known gamers are legit saying they're not getting Call of Duty and they're just playing Black Ops 6. And I think that scares the living shit out of Activision because if your top streamer you watch on a regular basis stops playing Call of Duty, some people are going to stop playing Call of Duty. They're not going to play Call of Duty. They're going to play whatever the streamer's playing. So if the streamer's playing Battlefield 6, they're going to play Battlefield 6 because they want to play the same shit that they're watching. Or if all of their boys stop playing Call of Duty, they're like, oh, dude, we're all getting Battlefield 6, fuck Call of Duty. They're going to go get Battlefield 6 so they can play with their boys. And we just talked about it yesterday with some of my boys. I was like, hey, man, you getting Battlefield 6? He's like, yeah. So I was like, bet we can run it then when it comes out on the 10th. He's like, I already got pre-ordered and downloaded. So we can just run it, after we get off work on Friday. I was like, bet, let's do it, you know? Um, so it really comes down to like a lot of factors. And the more and more people that talk about this, dude, is going to continue to hurt Activision. And it's starting to scare Activision. So that's why they actually entertained us for once in their life. They actually heard us and entertained us about the situation and they wanted to see what it was like. So, I would employ everybody to go in there and play open matchmaking and see the difference. Play the original one, the closed matchmaking, and then play the open matchmaking and see the difference. Like actually feel the difference. For those that didn't play Call of Duty that didn't have SBMM in it, go feel the difference. You will legit feel the difference in the matchmaking and how the game plays. Because I know a lot of people maybe not haven't played a Call of Duty without SBMM. Especially the younger crowd that plays Call of Duty has never experienced Call of Duty without SBMM, and that's going to cause problems. You know what I'm saying? So please, please, please go on there, try both. I guarantee you will notice a humongous difference from the open and closed matchmaking mosh pits. Um, it's pretty cool. I heard they added S&D to pubs in the beta. I've never seen it before. I have got to play a Search and Destroy on Black Ops 7, but it's pretty cool if they did that. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna get off here. I'm running out of time. I appreciate y'all for watching my videos. I appreciate y'all for the likes, the comments, and drop a follow, subscribe. And as I always say, stay brutal, Slayer out.
Throw your hands up if you with it, drop it.